all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
The Bossman Show. We're here with Coach Mike Jones of the Radford Highlanders out of the Big South Conference. Coach Jones, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, JR. How are you?
Hey, Coach, I can't complain. Glad basketball's back here. You got off in a week's time, man, so I'm excited for everybody involved, man.
You and me, I can't leave us here, but I'm definitely ready.
Yes, indeed, Coach. You're heading into year 9 at Radford, Coach. So I'm going to ask you, what your greatest accomplishment in your mind since you've been at Radford these past 9 years since 2011?
Well, good question. I think the best accomplishment for our program has been that we've made ourselves relevant. When we first got here, we were the bottom of the league, and now we've kind of flipped that, and now we're up near the top and at least competing for championships for the last couple of years, and we want to try to continue that, and that's something that I think we're all proud of and that we're all striving for, is to come into each season with a team and with a mentality of winning a championship, and that's where we think we are right now. We'd like to stay there.
And speaking of that, you guys tied for first place last year in Big South to play, so I know you guys want to go to the big dance, but what did you prioritize this offseason with your players and your staff for how to get better and get over the hump this season coming up?
Well, I mean, the big thing, the most important thing that we have to get right this year is just paying attention to the details. We're certainly talented enough to be one of the better teams and to compete for a championship, but we have to really take care of the details because the margin for, between wins and losses is very small. And we have to be able to control the things that we can control. Being sound defensively with our rotations, with all the little things that go into being a good defensive team, and even especially with rebounds and being able to do that, enough to complete the possession. So those things are really, really important on the one end. On the other end, we've got a couple of terrific all-conference guards, and we need to have a deep group of guards that can kind of carry us through. But we're fortunate that we have the leadership and the experience that we have at the guard position, and we just want to be able to do that consistently night in and night out.
And, Coach, like you said, the big thing is for you guys is also coming at conference tournament in March there that you all play your best peak February in the March there to win that tournament to get that ticket. Don't have to worry about maybe an at-large bid, just so you can know you've got it by winning that tournament. So having the leadership, having those older guys who've been through the wars and the fires will help during that time of year coming up in February and March there.
Sure, for sure. That is certainly the most important part of the year for us. I mean, as good as we want to be throughout the year, for us, it's a build-up. It's a steady incline from the beginning of the year to the end, because with our league, typically it's a one-bid league. It's only going to be one team going to get a chance to go to the NCAA tournament, the team that wins the conference tournament, and you need to be playing your best ball going into that conference, or at least have the team that's capable, even if you have to regroup because you lost a couple at the end. You want to be primed and ready to go for that tournament, because that's the main thing that gets you where you want to go.
And, Coach, talking about something you said, after my first question I asked you is about how you built this program from the bottom up. I feel like you're a great example for different programs, AD, managers, to say, hey, look at how Radford was built, having the same coach for going on 9 years to build it up the right way. Like so many ADs trigger and fire a coach and give him a chance to build it from the ground up. If it's a bottom program, when you fired a coach, something was wrong. So you need to be corrected. So you have to correct the issue and build a program up to where it needs to be, kind of like how you've done at Radford. I feel like more ADs took the example of Radford, it would be successful and fire coaches all the time, in my opinion.
Hey, I'm with you. Obviously, I agree with that philosophy. We were fortunate in that we had an AD who was a basketball coach, so he kind of understands, sitting in the chair that I'm in, what kind of decisions go into that, and he understands how difficult it is to go from where we were when we first took over the program, being on probation, having less than the full allotment of scholarships, having to rebuild from the from ground up. He understands that, and so that's why I think he was able to see that it was going to take, the time that it took. And so I was fortunate. Not everybody's fortunate. A lot of ADs, are business guys, and they're about that bottom line of, bringing in this money. And so if the team's not successful in 3 years, then they're looking to make a change for someone who can, jumpstart something. And I was fortunate that an old school coach who had a basketball background who kind of understood things. But if you look historically, coaches like John Wooden, he didn't win away. His AD gave him, time and game, arguably the coach of all time. Now you got Mike Krzyzewski, who was on the verge of, had a lot of, hot seat going into year 6 and 7 before he will to his ride. It takes time to be a coach. It takes time to build a good program, and fortunately for me, I had an AD who understood that. And
come up, what time was the strength? Some here we got this million. This was guys never go for his season.
Last year, we had a transfer who came in, who we did for the 1 year. I left players, but that David Concept was really special. Trevor East cheerleaders are really at home in our country. I'm very fortunate because they're experience that affect they be doing it to be shit from Shire. I want to they work hard to either work on the game, we want to play B college, and professional, and say are still hungry, still driving together, and so forth. Our two leaders, the most experienced, most happy, are hungry better than the guys are them. And we're really good spring, summer, and fall. Way back in 9 years we've been here. You guys are trying to the year, but there's a lot more into this room that we continue to yield it. We put it so far away are going to the other.
And what you all being good coach and you having an older someone who helps you out on recruit getting guys to join the program and join what you have with that. How's the recruit been going? How's it with your market yourself going? You all track record being good now.
Yeah, it's exciting. It really is. When we first got here, you can get anybody to be interested in rap basketball, and now when you name, I know you guys have, won championship the last couple of years. You've been good. It's easier to have that conversation and have that new interest. So it's been a big boost for anytime you can, you're selling a winning program, people want to be a part of that, and they want to, listen to what you have to say. And so that's where we are right now with our program, which is exciting. And then when you add into the fact that now we've got every kid wants to play in the NBA and every kid wants to be pro, well, we can offer that as well, because we've had a number of guys in the last 4 years, 12 or 13 of them, in fact, that have gone on to play in the professional ranks, with now, somebody who's gone and played in the best and most visible pro league in the country, NBA, which is the Green, making the Celtics. So we got a lot going for us right now, and we just want to continue, to be humble and to work hard, but also to continue to try to attract the young men that we need, to have the kind of success we have.
Speaking of John Green, coach, how's he the coach? Since up in your program, how was the coach this guy? How happy are you as his coach that he made this 15 man there?
Man, I tell you what, he and I both talked about it last night. It's like, nothing but tears. Just happy for him, happy for his family, happy for, the opportunity for him to take care of, his daughters in a way that, a lot of people aren't able to take care of them. So I couldn't be happier for a person than I am for Wu and what he's been able to accomplish. I said, when you were in the league didn't even vote you best player, ever during 4 years that you were there. Wow. And yet you never let that bother you. You instead kept said, that's what makes me hungry. That's what allows me to be successful, because I'm always, the underdog. And that's kind of how I am as a person. I'm not one of the guys who, is in the Carolina family of coaching or anything like that. I just got to, work and be hungry and try to earn what I get. And those are the kind of players I recruit. And he's certainly one of those players that, remains hungry and fights for everything that he gets. And so, you root for people like that to have the success that he's had. And so for him to make it to the highest level in basketball is just unbelievable.
And Coach, I see your non-conference schedule here. You got go to Northwestern, Mississippi State as well. You got some quality major matches as well. So what's playing on a schedule like that do for you as you get ready for that Big South play? And how does it also help for push the Radford brand and get the brand in different markets, as people say, okay, they may give Radford a try here?
Well, I tell you what, when you do win championships and you do have the success we've had in the last few years, it's harder to get games. It makes it very difficult. So we definitely, our schedule reflects the difficulty it is in getting the kind of games we want, whether it's at home or on the road. So this is probably the hardest schedule we've had in the 9 years that we've been here. And, when you look at it, there are not a lot of, names, that draw your attention in terms of, the Kentuckys and Dukes and the Carolinas. But what it is a bunch of quality basketball teams. Bradley made the tournament last year. They have a lot of people back. I mean, they're a very underrated team. They're going to be, a bear to play. Obviously Mississippi State is one of the most talented teams in the SEC. But then you look at somebody like a Liberty. Liberty is probably a top 25 in some magazines. I've seen them, top 25. They're a top 30 program for sure. We open up the we've had some success against them the last couple of times, so they're hungry to beat us. And you look at UNCG, who won 28 games last year. They return a lot, including an NBA prospect in Isaiah Miller. So they're going to be tough. Georgia Southern on their home court is almost impossible to beat. I mean, the list goes on and on. Duquesne, Keith Dambrot's one of the most underrated coaches in the country. I mean, the list is just endless. And so by the time we get to league play, man, we could be battered and bruised. But hopefully we'll, have competed and put ourselves in a position to compete in the Big South, which I think is also a very underrated league.
Yeah, give you some of that good callus there. Get them harden up a little bit. Get some
That's right.
Before they hit that Big South slate there.
Maybe too much callus, We might have too much callus by the time we get there. I hope. We did it with the mentality that, hey, if we can survive it, and not just survive it, but maybe win a couple that people didn't expect us to win, it can prepare us for a really tough Big South Conference.
I hear that. Well, Coach Jones, thank you for your time as always, Coach. Look forward to seeing what you guys do, man, this year. And I'll definitely be calling you up, man, sometime around January, check on your team, man, see how that callus is going for you guys, for sure.
Sounds good, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Coach. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
All right, that's Mike Jones on the Bossman Show, people.
hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.